My great grandmother keep visiting me as what I'm feeling is someone like don't have like a lot of time to make amends, in which these messages are coming through because all it's doing is uh, amplifying, patching up holes in the bloodline, and understanding why that's important, because we carry pain and suffering again from things that happened before we were even born, or because of someone that one of our peoples ended up connected to that was not in collaboration with them. So as I say this is coming to my somewhere from my grandfather. So again, like, this shit gotta stop. Like, you guys got to mend this shit between, especially if it's your children. You guys got to mend this. You are carrying on to them, like it's like the blood is on your hand. Like it could be your, if your kid come out of it and you don't, that blood is on your hand, is what I'm telling you. So I briefed a little bit on this, even pertaining to my son and me mixing different tribes and how that spirit had, fell upon him. We got to realize the spirits, where they come from. You got to understand, people. You have to understand. Like, my grandmother explained this to me. She said in so many visions and signs that, like, this is our book. Like, our book is from history to history to history. It's not in another book. It's not in another book. No one else bloodline can build yours up. Like, she's showing me these things. You know what I'm saying? And because a lot of things have changed, like, I'm the one have to figure out how to bring it current because everybody got distracted along the way. Everybody got distracted along the way and then, like, buried it or brushed it under the rug. Like, you can't do that. You can't brush this shit under the rug. You cannot do that. We have to be responsible for the mistakes we make. Like, even with my children, like, when it comes to your kids, dude, you gonna have to figure out a way. You gonna have to figure that out because, not is gonna be blood on your hands. Now in a situation where the woman is trying to take all this power and use that against him, the blood is not on his hands, on their hands, neither one of them. So why you letting that beat you up is my point. Like, you can't let that beat you up. I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's not God's will for you to go to jail and lose a chance at ever getting with that child, and with the power you see in that work, you're going to have to start moving some things around in the spiritual realm where you don't have to clash and collaborate with them tribes like that. You're going to have to find that way. You put yourself in that. And the kids is not in that or have nothing to do with that. They don't. They really fucking don't. Like, so again, then you can't be migrating to other locations and get so caught up in where you at that you forget what the fuck you are. This is the whole purpose of this. Like, I'm not even from over there or been raised or none of that over there, and I understand completely. I see the destruction. I see, like, family members in my family don't talk because of a outside person. Like, this got to stop. This never happened. This is some new age shit that y'all learned when the book y'all got here. Like, and us that's over here that is carrying that same spirit, because just because I'm over here don't mean that that blood not flowing through me. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I had to learn it from the other way around. I had to learn everything. Like, you guys had everything. Like, even my mom, listen to the video, like, she's holding on to hurt from a kid. Like, now I gotta find a way to release her from that before she, transcend and ascend to her throne. You know what I'm saying? So this is our job, is what I'm saying. Like, we put our jobs in other people and systems and laws' hands, and that is just to control a bunch of people. Like, you that bunch of people over there. So again, do what you got to do, but move wisely, move undercover, go under the shadow of the wings of the Almighty. He never said go out in the public. He never said let them know what you're doing. All of this stuff is within. This is nothing public. Like, why are the fuck are y'all scared? Like, y'all are doing stuff that have nothing tied to your bloodline, nothing at all, and you doing that wholeheartedly. Like, it don't line up when you know who you are. How can you let, you know what I'm saying, something you created just stay separated from you like that? You know what I'm saying? My kids get on my fucking nerves, but they're mine. They belong to me, and I got nerves specially made for them. Shit. Like, you know, we can't do that, but that's one thing I can put with my mother. That's what she didn't do. You know, what her mom did to her, she didn't do. When she found where Mercy ran out, Grace carried her, because she stayed within her blood structure. This is order. Order is important. Like, I need to do a whole video on order. Y'all need to understand order. This is why the placement is fucked up and the structure is built on sand instead of concrete. Don't your book say don't build your house on another man's foundation? That applies to us and them. Like, that's the duality. Like, it applies to us and this government. So whatever land they done bought, because they signed for it. They signed for it. So whatever they fucking bought is theirs. Whatever business they opened, it's theirs. Whatever organizations they open, it's theirs. And you run to it. Then you think it's yours. It's not. Not when they done signed for it. You know, the people before allowed this. Like, people fought. Like, that's why I go back further than that. I go back to the ones that fought. I'm really threatening upon the blood of those that fought. When you're looking for us in history, you can't find us. This is nothing that you can really go research and find. You just got to know. That's why they have these stories and tales. Same thing, your Bible is off a big story. Like, y'all got to get this. What's your story? Because their story ain't your story. How they reach God is not how you reach God. How you connect and make shit right with your children and your family members is not how theirs is going to go. Not from the Carpizos, not from Modesto Morgan. Y'all better get this shit. Y'all better get this. And I shouldn't come out of no generations up under y'all telling y'all this shit. Y'all should be teaching me this. So we got to get up off that disobedience that transcends from one generation to the next. Or your kids going to keep being spreaded apart and not be close as they should. That's the goal in the life that you live in, that you upholding, is to make that disappear. Like, when you look for the stuff that I'm speaking and saying on, like, dude, they said that it was wiped out. What happened to the history of the mind? Where they at? It's a reason for that. Like, millions and millions of people did not just disappear. They didn't, but our texts did, our recordings did, all the things that we were doing did, all our leaders that decided to step up and speak and continue to keep their bloodline strong, they ended up fucking disappearing. Then they had to take down their descendants because they know, like in a situation with me, we wake up. You don't know what generation gonna wake up. You don't know which generation is going to wake up and keep this shit going to strengthen the family. Why you think it's called the Bilderbergs? Why you think it's called the Hiltons? Like, you don't even know these people's names, but their last name, it's some real shit to this. They got that from us. We letting them shine on us with our shit, though. Like, they ain't making no noise. They ain't all in our space. They offering us deception, and we just fucking taking it. They not forcing us into nothing. Everything is voluntarily. This is why y'all gonna be judged first. Because you can't say, because I don't do it, it ain't going to happen. And everybody that ain't doing what you're doing better than you, mind, body, and soul. So we can't use that. Go over there, dollars. We cannot use that. Now, just because it worked for you don't mean it's going to work for me. But it may help me. Your story may help me. Listen again. Quit thinking that what I do is for you. I'm speaking to my bloodline. And what my bloodline on this 50% side that I'm speaking on, this does apply to you. Every single last one of you that got this blood running through you. There is no separation in this. Granny never separated nobody. She separated evil. This is the goal. She separated the She separated the bullshit. She separated everything that can stop the business from flowing, because it's your job to make this your business. You got to do that. Those in your bloodline. So when you get hooked up with people and meet all these niggas and bitches and forget and get introduced to shit, that still don't change your fucking DNA structure. It don't change it, airheads. So I don't care what you get glamored with and get distracted with. Because when it's time for you to take that last breath, and right before you transcend to whether you're gonna ascend or descend, whether you're gonna, when you get right there, it is gonna matter. It is gonna matter. Because no one can tell me that wherever we going after this is not gonna, or if it does go that way, is gonna have us tell them about somebody else's bloodline. Like, that don't even make no sense. It don't even make no sense. Come on, people. Come on. My people. Stop letting people y'all mess with and what they do interfere with what your family do and what you should be doing. That's not for you if it's a problem. That's not for you if them people could come around you and get into it with your people. This is not what it's about. You don't build nothing successful like that. That's why McDonald's winning with all that cheap shit and serving billions a day. Just that's more simple shit. But y'all still make it all complicated. Like, you gotta get from in that direction. You gotta get from off of that level. You have to raise your standard. The time is now. It is happening. It's you feeling this in your body. Ain't no buts and no maybe. You're feeling the difference. Your fears have even disappeared with all this shit they trying to poison us with. Like, you feeling a sense of courage inside of you, but you scared to make a move on it. This is not a public move. This is an inner move. This is an inner move. You're dwelling under the shadows of the Almighty. This is inside. This is what creates your glow. This is the being Christ-like. That's your level of conscience. It's not a person. It's here. It's raising it up to another level, seeing things for what it actually is, not what you think or what they saying. What it is. Your reality is yours. Your story you gotta write. You're the author. So how you gonna write your story and you can't even fuck with your kids? How you gonna write you a decent story and you and your siblings don't even get along because of somebody else or some other shit? Like, what story you gonna write? You's gonna be writing something about somebody else, because at the end of the day, your story gonna be fake, because that's not you. That's what you want to. That ain't you. Nah, this is like, she's like giving me like on her last messages on this pertaining to who she trying to reach to. I don't know who she's trying to reach, because a lot of that shit I don't know about what happened. You know what I'm saying? I just know where it started and who it affected. And we need to stop it and get control of it. and take back the love back that we had. Let's uphold the Morgan family, the Carpizos. Let's do that. What is wrong? Like, what is so hard? And that's like representing yourself. Like, all this stuff still go back to self. It still go back to self. When you read the story, start reading stories in different perspectives and different perspectives. Put yourself on the cross. Put yourself in Jesus' spot. Because that's who you are. You're the one they lying on. You're the miracle maker. You can heal the blind and heal the sick. You can make them walk. You can do this through the power of what? The plants. And keeping the tribe line pure bloodline. Nobody don't die like that. People lived over 100 years old. Like, yeah, put yourself in that position. Put yourself being born of a virgin. There's 9 of them. Like, you guys, they hid this shit from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you don't judge nobody and what they do. Like, learn some shit first before you say some shit. It wasn't 1, it was 9. And no, they didn't have no baby with no man. What is it? Pargenthesis? Like, y'all, I can't even get into this shit too deep with y'all because I'm going to lose y'all. But again, just take some things and put yourself in that situation, because when it comes from them, that is you. They want you to leave shit right there. Let it go. Bury it. It's over with. Oh, y'all gonna get in the next afterlife. How they know? We don't know when we get there. How the hell they know? We ain't never got there yet. And ain't nobody went there and brought their ass back, right? So how you gonna go on what they saying when they don't even know? Like, this is a trial. This is a test. This is when you understand the body. We are in the lowest vibration and spirituality in this body. My goodness, y'all got to learn more about yourself, about this earth, about the plants, about the ocean, not the seas, original name, the seas. You got to get this. Like, in a story that's told, Lucifer took a third. Not a third, 2/3. 2/3. 2/3 with him. By now, how many of that 2/3 turned into? You don't know who you dealing with. All these people, you've been hooked on with these people for years, and they the reason why your ass can't prosper. Why your kids don't like you. Why you gotta bury them. Why you know, you gotta fucking get this shit. This shit is bigger than this everyday shit we see. This shit started before us. And then we don't want to listen to the earth. And the earth was here before we even got here. And we don't even want to connect with that. Because that explains a lot of things that we can't fucking understand. And what we see with our own eyes. And with what these other people that don't know us are telling us. I never gave a fuck if anybody liked me, cared about me, for a reason, because I don't do nothing to you. I have very selected people that I fucked with from the day anybody been knowing me. They don't like me for that. That's just who I am. I can't connect to everybody because I will bear the weight of your losses within you. And the few I did hooked on to, I did. I bear the losses of my connections. Not me. Listen to the story. We got to find ourselves. This is what you call leeching spirits. They attach to you emotionally, and then they take people like us that fucking care. And they don't even know because it's been going on so long. This is their natural fucking instincts. This is why you pick people from their soul, not by what you see. Half these motherfuckers, after they take off all the makeup and all the glue and shit, you ain't even gonna know what the fuck they is. They ain't even gonna look like the same person. I don't care about no marks on my face. I don't care about me eat a piece of chicken and my face break out and all of that. I don't give a fuck about that. That's my disobedience. I got to deal with that. I'm not going to hide it from you because I'm trying to prove you a point. I don't have to. I'm not here for that. This is my testing ground. My testing ground is to show and prove who I am. So when it's time for me to transcend, there's no hindrance in my way. Because there's no way that this bullshit is going to go when we leave here. If that's the case, we would stay here. So clearly, whoever running down here, do not run up there. They in control of what's here and what's under here. This is the shaman story. The three worlds. This world we fucking stuck in, the testing point, the underworld, and the upper world. Like, I mean, my great-grandmother, can't nobody fucking tell me nothing. She couldn't read. She couldn't write. So she could not have read no Bible. She could not have learned nothing from no Bible. She didn't even have mirrors or take pictures like these. But everything worked. So fast forward till today. If we learn the purest principles that how they learned it with no distractions, and we bring it fast forward here to current, to where all distractions is, and find out how to remain that peace inside of all these distractions, we can find a sense of release within, because it's the hurt inside that's keeping you from those whom which you should keep in contact with no matter what. You don't have to hang with them, but your kids, I mean, that's something that should be till you die. That don't stop because you get into another relationship or have other kids. The children prior to that do not fucking stop that. Like, y'all got to get up. Y'all too fucking old. Same thing with my dad. Like, dude, the same shit you told me about my grandmother. Like, dude, you went and did the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You did the same shit. You know, but your shit falling on you because you came across some strong women. That shit didn't fall on them. That shit fell back to you. They gave you your gift back. You got to deal with that. And settle for less, but at the middle of the day, no matter how happy you are right now today, your kids are still your fucking kids. Your grandkids are still your grandkids, dead or alive, with who you with or who you not. That's still your bloodline. Who you married to, not. Understand order, not being disrespectful or nothing. We're talking about bloodlines. And no, marriage don't make you bloodline. It make your child a bloodline. We have to get this order thing in order, but that has nothing to do with you. That has something to do with your child. Which indicates to me, even with my grandmother, my mother's mom, like, you had some shit going on your side too, because you were not too much all the way there with the shit you dealt with and chose to deal with and do and to walk away from your kids. Is there some story behind that too that I would have to find out? And some family members gonna come to me as I continue to reach out like this. And my grandmother last name is Marie Hall. Her dad name is Benjamin Hall. Her mom, Frances Latchman, like, we connected to the Latchmans, like, through her. That's running through my blood too. I don't have no knowledge of that but a couple of people, like, but watching my grandmother's life and the spirit that come to me through my bloodline, I know without even knowing that she struggled in some fucking areas that she should have hopped over too, because it didn't happen to your sisters. Like, my point is, we can identify the disobedient people. Y'all the ones that stay away from your kids. Y'all the ones that stay away from your family members. Y'all the ones that let other people come in and try to tell y'all, like, the shit they think gonna work for y'all shit. Like, you people that's under this bloodline. That's why no matter who you hook up with and fuck with and deal with, you're still lost. Like, I don't have to be around you. You're inside, you're internally damaged. I don't care how much makeup and eyelashes you put on, how much your outfit costs, or your shoes, or what car you driving. Like I said, you can cover up everything but the soul. You can cover everything up but the soul. But when one is called and chosen to carry out a message from those that are soul readers, I can see it. But it ain't for me to speak on it. It's for me to try to help you to understand it, and I'm going to try to destroy it. I don't even care. I care about keeping the bloodline pure, and keeping the bloodline pure means I have to withhold the order that was working, which is my great-grandmother. I have to uphold that order, because that order made successful children and grandchildren and brought peace. Some of her kids rested in peace. So, like, we got to really get this. I don't know who this for, and again, it's tugging on me because it's like chances is coming to you to release the blood off of your hands, but you don't want to wash the blood off of your hands. Like, those of you that can feel and relate to this message and understand what I'm saying, like, this is your last chance to take the blood off of your hand. Like, I do this because I don't give a fuck. Like, when the family members, like, stray off and go into other tribes and shit, I don't give a fuck. Like, that don't bother me. Like, y'all do what you do. You ain't never gotta fuck with me. But that's me. That's my personal life. But under my bloodline of who I am wholly, who I am in its entirety, is not upholding the morals, character, and integrity that my great-grandmother set before us. But love, it has some connection to our health. It has some connection to our peace of mind. It has some connection to us being great out here. That's why she did it that way. You heard what my mom said. They couldn't have no friends. They couldn't this. They couldn't that. So it looked like when they broke away from that shit, y'all went and did everything that she tried to keep y'all from because y'all thought that it was fun. Or whatever you thought. Because it's a reason why they kept it for you. It's a reason why they kept it, she kept it from you. It wasn't because, it was because it was no good for you. It was no good for the bloodline. It was no good for your children. It was no good for your mental. That's why she did it. Because at the end of the day, when you have to strive to do what you have to do to survive, ain't no friends there. Ain't nobody you fucking with there. That paycheck got your name on there. That business, they got your name on there. Not theirs. So don't let what nobody's saying come and interfere with what your name says and what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you got to take control. All this stuff is individual. So if everything is individual, why the fuck y'all keep integrating shit? Why y'all keep integrating books and integrating blood? And what happens to the blood? I'm a O. What happens if I lose blood and they give me A or B blood? I will fucking die. That's why I don't even understand why people have a problem with or don't use blood typing to heal people. Like, this shit don't make no fucking sense. Like, that can determine not having a sick baby. Like, the plants have DNA just like us. Yeah, they got blood types too. Like, you guys, y'all letting the stuff that people created in a vision take away from the vision that the earth created, that they can't even create. Like, my family, please understand. Please get this. I don't know who this is for, but I'm feeling like you ain't got that much time left, or you don't. If you don't have that much time left, you're not going to never get this chance again. You know, it could be a sister, it can be a child, it can be a cousin, it can be a brother. I mean, you got to break the barriers on the ice. Like, I broke barriers on ice with my sister. I didn't broadcast to nobody. Everybody know we ain't talked for a long ass time. Nobody knows that this bond was fucking broken. My brother, before he died, he made sure he did that. That was his fucking job. He exercised the half of his bloodline. And we don't have to be hunky-dory or none of that shit. We have to know two things. How you felt and how I felt. And long as you know that I forgave you, was your peace. Long as I know that in your heart you wish you never did that, brought a release on me towards you. We took away the negative energy without having to be with each other every goddamn day or talking to each other. This was done through messages. That's the Carpizo's strength, the power. So if I can do that, and those of you that know my story know what the fuck happened. Like, I went hating her for a long time. Like, dude, like, even with her son. Like, you know, it's just, I'm looking for him right now. Somebody inboxed me and told me where he at. Look how God worked. My mom been asking for him. So now I know. Now we could go look for him. I'm going to go on the same day the person saw him. Me and my mom is going. Because that Carpizo power in the blood for the grandkids, like you listen to the story. That's her first grandkid. And everybody want to talk about her memory and this and that, although she's remembering a whole lot. But look how the power of the blood works. She never forgot him. We ain't seen him in I don't know how long. Everybody know his story. Well, in the streets, you don't know why he like that. I do. And those of you that see him, like I said, the power, like I said, it can distract you for a long time. But guess what it can't do? It can't fucking kill you. It can't fucking kill you. It can play with your mind. It can do all of this stuff when you don't know your power. But it cannot fucking kill you. So before some of you die, because this is what's going to kill y'all. Because this is your lifeline. And when you cut off someone's lifeline, what happened? That's what happened when you cut off your kids. That's what happened when you cut off your parents. You cut off your own fucking lifeline. You don't have to hang or be with them and call them every day. You just have to have an understanding that I have no problem with you. I might have a problem with people that's your life. Now respect me in the same manner. Because I never brought nobody I was fucking with or dealt with to none of my sisters and brothers home or none of that shit with no shit. They liked it, my friends. So I don't get it. But this some of y'all last chance, though. This some of y'all last chance, and I gotta move forward. I don't know, like I said, it's just merely on me like this. Either someone's last fucking time to be able to do this. You're not gonna get this chance again. Or you finna die. Like, you gotta, because there's no purpose for you. There's no use for you. You think your use is in this world. Your use is according to the strength of your bloodline. And when you're no use for that, the world can't even use you. So find your peace before you find your judgment. Because we all got to go. That's one thing guaranteed. We got to go. That's why I say this is a testing ground. And everything you got to do it here. Because that's going to determine where you go when you leave here. You either ascending or you descending. Or you going to come back and repeat this shit again. Till you get it right. Or something of that nature. I'm just throwing shit out. That's just an opinion. I don't know what's going to happen. I ain't died and came back yet. But I know before I go, I'm going to do as much as the fuck as I can. I already missed half my life doing bullshit. Learning other people's shit. And I'm not doing that no more. And my grandmother is calling on me to send some messages to some people. And I'm doing that. I'm going to be obedient. That's not me talking. Y'all probably don't want to hear because it's me talking. Then no mata me none. No mata me none. Understand that. Overstand that. Understand that. Whichever way you take that, understand that. I'm being obedient. I'm following the order of someone of superior to me that I know existed. Who home is still here. Standing up. from before I was born. Gotta get this. Like, my grandfather kids had a lot of hurt in them. My Uncle Puppy would not even talk to me about his dad. His kids would say, he don't want to talk about it. What happened? It ain't even matter what happened. We gotta let it go. All of his children didn't suffer. So it's not for everybody. It's according to what we not doing. Because the ones that's sticking to it and doing it like I said, they're fine. Children is fine. Health is fine. We know what's the problem. And we gonna get more into that later. Because that's another fucking spirit y'all got on y'all. The eating. And that's our problem. Like, all this tie in. Because that's what kills us. Digestive problems. So this is why I go into what I go into. Like I said, when you hear, as the stories go, you're going to see why. That's why I'm a shaman. I'm not nothing that they name. They can't name me is my point. And you got to get like that too. When I want to be named by them is when I want to go do something for them and I have to go learn what I need to learn and all of that. And you could give me a paper with a title on there when I want that. I don't want that. I don't want you over my head. I don't want you holding on to my, I don't even want to put my money in your bank. I don't even want to rent none of your houses. I don't want to do that. So I got to find another way. That's just me. Like, I just see all the traps all around. Everything is set up that you think you're doing good and you tie in and you die and you leave your kids in debt. Now, they got to deal with that because your debt don't disappear. Like, there's something with that from this world to the afterworld. Like, your debt never disappear. I remember my brother Mike tell me somebody had told him, like, he didn't know much about his dad neither. But he said he ran into somebody that did give him some information. And now, check this out. The person that knew his dad had told him, your dad died in debt. And my brother's biggest problem was like, why am I so fucking smart? And I know how to make this shit come and I can't. There was debts that was not fucking paid that fell upon him. So, debt don't delete anything is what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all think it's over with then. No, it's not. You will suffer the losses of those before you if you don't fix this shit. Yes, you will. And this is why people was trying to say he was begging, he was this, he was that. No, he wasn't. He was trying to get his shit off the ground. And he didn't ask y'all for shit. Y'all didn't do it. I did it, and I never said a word. Because the goal is to build. Not to destroy. It's to work together, not to fucking compete. To produce more and multiply, not to decrease and subtract. Like this, again, this is someone's last fucking message. Whoever you are, and then the family line. You must know some things that we cannot do just because your friends do it, your cousins do it. Even some of the people that you got collabed in with, some tribes you got collabed in with, were opposite than what you are. It's opposite of what you are. And because half of it is still in you, it still applies to you. Meaning, examples. Thief, liars, fucking killers. Like, you are to only kill. Like, I asked my grandmother about certain things. You can only kill if somebody trying to kill you. Like, don't never think you're not supposed to kill. She said you don't turn no other cheeks. Because she said if everybody is doing their part and playing their position, you will never have to, these things won't be of a problem where you have to utilize from this. You don't, if the order is being followed properly. If the order is being followed properly, you won't be lied to. You won't be cheated on. You won't end up dead because they're going to know not to come fuck with you. They won't be able to put no shit on you. They going to know you ain't weak because you ain't turning no other cheeks. But, you know what I'm saying? And you going to stand your ground. This is when you get all of that, you're happy and life continues to flow. See, once things can continuously go, then you start seeing results. But y'all want to continue at somebody's job. Y'all want to continue with somebody else's bloodline and somebody else's religion. Y'all want to be religion to that. And you know what legion is? Look at who legion is in the Bible. Why would you religion? Like they got wordplay. Religion. Like when that came to me, that was like, whoa. You're not going to religion me because that's the problem that I'm talking about. 1,000 shit going on with you and you can't get this shit into one. To get the basis and the understanding of this shit in its simplicity, because there's a million fucking things fighting you inside. That's your religion. You reactivating all these damn things. That's why you get mad when somebody else choose something else. That's why you would hope that somebody else would die or go to hell or some shit. You don't even know if the hell even real. Like, y'all gotta stop that, because all of us can't be religions, because we're not legions. We're shamans. We are one with nature, in which we come from. And we come to help you tie yourself into that. Because you know what? A Christian can't raise a Muslim. A Muslim can't raise a Christian. Vice versa with a Jew. But I'm gonna tell you something about a shaman. We can raise anybody because it's not about that. It's about you finding you and your path and however it is inside of you. We have no control of that. Our control is to get you to understand you of some sort to nature, because that's where all your answers gonna come from. So again, think about it. Some of y'all on your last chance. Don't pass up a chance that's not gonna never come again. Because you gonna die with that. And that blood is on your hands. You will die with blood on your hands. It's not gonna fall on the other person. It's gonna fall on you. Because you knew better. And when you knew better, you do better. Right? La Psych Shamanic Collective.